Yo, what's up guys? So today we're gonna be going over the best controller binds for this season. So let's get right into it. Alright, so first of all, these are my binds I currently use. They're pretty good. There's something I need to point out. So most people who don't, I don't use any paddles, or I don't play claw, so I'm at a disadvantage. So but these binds can help make it less of a disadvantage, and I'll tell you why. So the left stick edit is really good because you have full control of aim and movement while you edit. And that is super important, especially in this day and age where people rely on just making super fast edits to shoot people and get out of situations. And it's very important to have a good edit bind. Then I use my right stick for jump because I can aim and jump at the same time, which is super vital to making crucial jump shots in battle royale situations. I think right stick jump is really good. Also, it doesn't take too long to get used to. But the problem with using right stick jump, which I think isn't really that big of an issue, is that you can't crouch spam in fights. You can't aim and crouch at the same time. As you see, I have crouch on X/square, so I can't crouch spam in fights. But I think it's worth having that and me being able to jump and aim at the same time. So yeah. Alright, so those are just my binds, and by the way, I play on Xbox, so yeah. Alright, so let's go over some binds for one paddle players. Now, I think the best binds for just one paddle players will probably be, I think you should bind your edit to B and then your L to switch mode. And here's the reason why I think that. I think that having a paddle and have your one paddle bound to edit on B, you see? Because if you have that paddle bound to edit, paddle editing is really good. And also you can have less stick for switch mode, and switch mode is pretty much, in case you guys don't know, it's when you toggle in and out of your building in combat. So switch mode is arguably the most important bind. I think it's up there with jump and crouch, or no, jump and edit, sorry. So having a really good switch mode bind and having paddle edit is super good, and still being able to jump and aim at the same time. Jump doesn't go off of right stick. There's a lot of times where people just use paddles for jumping, and I think that's good too. You could use, if you use a paddle for jump, then you can make maybe right stick your switch mode, or maybe, and then left stick your edit. That works too, but I just think that this formation is the best. So yeah. Alright, so now we're going to move on to two paddle players. Now, I think, so two paddle players, I found out that most pro controller players use two paddles. Now, the best two paddle binds, in my opinion, so, you want to have A on jump, right? So you guys want to have A on jump. So then you have one paddle bound to jump, right? And then you have the other one bound to edit. And then you have right stick bound to crouch. There we go. And then X is on reload/interact. I think that those are probably the best two paddle binds. You could flip a few things, but I think that overall those are probably the best. But I think those are some good guidelines. You can easily maybe switch around, right? You can make you can bind A to a paddle and make that crouch, and then, or you can make right stick jump, or you can maybe make left stick edit, and then you can put a paddle on switch mode. That works also, but I just think that this is probably the best formation. But whatever is most comfortable for you, I would say. Alright, so these next binds are going to get a little more complicated because they're four paddles. Now, four paddle binds are a whole nother universe, alright? So I think that, you should have, if you're going to play four paddles, you should have a paddle bound to crouch, edit, jump, and switch mode. So hold on. Put this. So you want to put pretty much everything here, switch mode. You want to put B. So crouch. Then you want this to be edit. So you want this, and all 4 of these are bound to paddles, pretty much. So these are the 4 most important actions right here, and they're all bound to paddles, which is really nice. And then you have your sticks unbound. So, but you want to make sure they're bound. I would say that toggle pickaxe is probably the next most important, and then I would use right stick for like interact probably. So that's probably like the best 4 paddle binds, I would say, like just for everyone. So yeah. All right, let's move on to PS4 players that use touchpad to edit. So to make it easier for you guys, I'll put the PS4 layout. So pretty much the way you're gonna want to do it is, I would recommend using edit or jump. And then, alright, so the main thing you want here is your switch mode to be on. Okay, so you want, I think L edit, right stick jump, and switch mode on touchpad is probably the best. Because if you use touchpad, I think that switch mode is the best thing to bind touchpad to. Because I know like a lot of big pro players like and Furious use touchpad to edit, and Miro. All use touchpad edit, but I mean, for one, 2 out of 3 of those players are claw, and also touchpad is super hard to get used to. So I think that using it for switch mode instead of edit is probably a little better. I mean, you could use it for edit, and you could use like left stick for switch mode, and I think that still you should use right stick for jump. You should use right stick jump, L edit into touchpad switch mode, so then you have that. So you can all click those with ease. By the way, this only works if you're really used to having like, you know, touchpad like as something important. But I just want to make sure I mentioned those people, because there are a lot of people who use touchpad for edit and other things. So anyway, now I want to talk about claw. So not a lot of people play claw, and it's because it's super hard to get used to. 2, it's not very good for your like wrist. So I want to show you like what I think are the best claw binds. So here. I want to have this as reload/interact, and then yeah. So pretty much here. So you can hit Y with your index finger, you know, your claw finger, right, to edit, and then you could use B for toggle pickaxe. A lot of people like phase sway, and a lot of people use L toggle pickaxe and B for switch mode, and to hit B with the claw finger too. I just think that it's a lot easier to hit Y. Y is the only major action on your claw finger besides crouching, which is on A. And then just hitting left stick with your thumb, of course, is super easy for switch mode. So I think that those are probably the best claw binds if you just play normal claw. On like, this works for PS4 or Xbox. For PS4 though, I want to talk about claw players that use touchpad edit for this. So we want touchpad on edit, right? I think if you want touchpad on edit, I would keep left stick switch mode, and then you can have a triangle as toggle pickaxe. And you can use this for like nothing. So like pretty much you can hit touchpad with like either hand. Whatever one's more comfortable for you. I just think that these are probably the best binds for like claw players that use the touchpad for editing. So, and there's a lot of them, so I just want to point that out. And written that up. So that's the end of the video. Overall, guys, I really hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll be live. I'm pretty much live almost every day. Is having a good time streaming. Twitch.tv. Ask croissants. Alright. So bye, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed. See y'all next time.